Okay, jerk for marathon lifting, 1 bell, lighter bell. Some key points to lift quickly and controlled. It works for me at least. Maybe not for everyone, and definitely not for 2 bells or heavy bells. Then you need to adjust. But for lighter bells, 16 to 32, depending on how strong you are. When we start to jerk, I try to relax the legs. This you all know this. And I try to, when I have the bell here, I try to twist the bell a little bit so that it goes like this. The thumb is backwards, and then the distance is straight up. It starts here, and the bell moves just in a line. So if I have like this, when the bell goes up, it has to twist around, and then most of the time it twists too much. So from here, right here, and then I have a relaxed spot on top where I try to lean a little bit forward and have my like so. So the top position becomes like so. And I try not to rotate the bell anything, just and I breathe out. So, and the legs are like springs. So, and I keep in mind where my toes are pointing. If my toes are too much like this, when I go down, my knees don't follow over the toes, and the power in the thighs goes slower. So if we are standing with our toes outside, we need to go down like this, outside, so that the knee follow over the toes. But if we can manage to stay more straight out with our toes, not too much like this, if we can stay here, it's easier for the legs to go over the toes, and this gives a little bit more like a spring. And I just, when I go down, I just drop the bell, try to drop it just like on straight legs. So it's just ready for a new jerk. So what I practice like this. Just here, staying straight, and just, this is the loading of the legs. And just make that like a reflex, just like, and up. So, and up. Also, when you land here, I try to stay in this position with my back and with my ass, and I just push my knees back. So, landing in second dip, I try to make this as snappy as possible, and not to like the legs snap back like this. I don't raise myself or stand up, because then my torso comes forward like so, and then I lose the momentum. I lose my relaxation, because if my torso comes forward, my arm and the weight of the bell will be in front of me, not like so. So I practice with the bell or without. I breathe out, and on top I just stand here and just like try to get the legs to relax and just move by a reflex. So relax, 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 relax. And switches also when we lift in marathon. If you go like one swing and then it takes too much time, so it's just I try to just stay back and go up. Never moving my legs, never. It's just straight down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So that was about 30 reps in 1 minute. Of course this is only 16, so it's quite easy, but maybe you get the point. Straight legs, just and when you land, quickly with your knees and push your arm back. Breathe, relax, 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 relax. So the only time we try to spend energy is just and relax. So this is some key points to lift quickly. Also in marathon, we know we are lifting for half an hour or 1 hour, 60 minutes. So I'm thinking if the last 2 reps on each arms, if I'm doing 10, 10, 10, 10, and if I start to struggle at 30 minutes or something, that the last 2, number 9 or 10 reps are heavy, I start to switch often, because each rep you have to go like this. It takes too much energy and it takes too long. So I then go, if I can keep momentum going. 5. Quick switch, and I'm always fresh. 5 reps and I switch. Because every rep we have to go like this, we go too deep, we are too tired and we start pushing too much. We are losing so much energy and tempo goes straight down. So quickness, quickness, just like, and with a 16 bell, it's only like this. With a 24, maybe a little bit more, but still not too much. So these are key points. Also arms, when we go up, I try to make it like a punch. And I try to keep my hands like this and the thumbs backwards, so that the bell goes up and straight down. Never rotating anything, just and always, and then I can rest. A lot of words, a lot of explaining. deep jerk, it's just, that is enough. So that is some key points. Not rotating, standing with straight legs, and really trying just to glide forward. So never sit down, it's just like and up and back. And here you can relax. With a heavier bell, of course, everything we get a little bit deeper in the jerk, in the first dip. But the principle is the same. The principle is the same with two bells. And you have to relax here. You have to lean back and just go straight down. So if you go, we use power in the legs every time. And if we really struggle here, you have to make it like explosion in every movement. And okay, of course, hands has to go straight up. Hope this helps.